Greetings, all. Here we are, myself, Joe, and Danny, for another one of our morning escapades, for lack of a better, is that the right word that I want? Shenanigans, insanity, the king of chaos, Danny A. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, clearing my throat. I didn't have this problem before I went on. All right. So,
good morning.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Danny and I are going to try to do this every Friday. Sometimes could be twice a week. You never know.
Right.
And I'm very surprised that there are not a lot of people waiting. Well, now we got 6 people, but I thought there's people that like these morning shows with us, and I figured, they'll be here, but they're not all here yet. So we got one person to show on
Good morning, Harold. Good morning.
Hi, Harold. What's going on? You know what? And I was like, I figured I'm not going to put another ad on my main channel, me and Mr. Mayo, to say, come on over. I did that like 2 times already. It's like, look, if you don't know by now, I don't know what to tell you that we're here. So, well, let's talk about, I finally changed my channel name again to one that I want to keep. Mayo Loves Mondays.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So I put that in there, changed it from Thank God It's Mayo to Mayo Loves Mondays. And it was a little scary because, I had to wait a certain amount of time before I put it on. I changed it, and then when I tried to change it, it said, you can't use this name. I'm like, what? Of course I can. What are you talking? Some kind of glitch. Finally, it worked.
Amazing.
Charles, what's going on? Charles Duncan.
Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Dino.
Sandy Duncan.
Sandy Duncan.
Dino's, here he is. But Dino. You can't even see my Jaws thing over there. I got the Jaws thing sitting over here, and you can't even see it. It's just hanging out. I'd like to put it up here at the edge. It would be. I got to do that. I got to clear behind this sign. Damn it! This sign here is it's there because there's a mess behind it. So I cover it. Clothes and shit like that. So if I get that crap out of the corner, I can get my step ladder, and get up there and change that and put the Jaws up there. I was also going to try to put it up here. Take this record case out of here and put the Jaws popcorn bucket there. Yeah. So, what's going on, Danny? So I'm feeling a little out of it this morning.
Yeah. You know what? I went outside this morning. The air is nice and crisp. Nice breeze. It's going to be a beautiful couple of days. No humidity. Where you sweat to death and you can't breathe.
Yeah, Danny. So I know you. Everybody wants to ruin my summers by constantly talking about how humid it is and ruining every day. In fact, last night I picked my girlfriend up from work, and I had already eaten dinner. She didn't eat, so she eats pretty good too. But every once in a while, she'll go to fast food if she needs like a meal. She didn't have we didn't have anything ready for dinner. So she said, you know what? Just take me to Wendy's. I'll get something at Wendy's. All right. So this was about 8 o'clock. It's late. So we drive through last night, and we get to the window to pay. And there's a young guy there, and he's like, hello, how are you? He was very friendly, And I said, hello. And he says, wow, it's terrible, isn't it? Oh, my God. Oh, the humidity today. Terrible day, isn't it? Isn't it bad? And I played along this, not getting mad like I usually do. This time I said, it's my favorite month of the year. He goes, really? Oh, God, yeah. And it's like, see, I understand you're making small talk. And when you make small talk, what do you talk about? The weather, right? But the thing is, look, guy, I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about how muggy you feel or how sweaty you are, or this is so uncomfortable. Just enjoy your life. Will you enjoy the day or the night? I don't want to enjoy your work. I had a dream last night again, Danny, about the post office. I was being interviewed for a job there. I was trying to get the job. I didn't think I was going to get hired because the guy didn't seem too keen on me. I'm like, why am I dreaming about this? I've been out of there 3 years, and I never want to go back. Believe me, I never want to go back. I don't think about it. I don't sit around thinking about it. Well, it's Peter Boothroyd. What's going on, Peter? Peter's been designing. I guess we have to talk about it. Some cartoons for us, and I you know what? I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I thought about it just a little bit before I came here, and I thought I was going to put one up. I won't say which one, the funniest one of them all, which you like, with me. And the thing, don't say it because we got some. And I said I'll put it up so I could flash it on. When you do that, but I didn't do it. I should have just because you would be laughing your ass off if you had no idea it was coming. You would laugh.
I sent it to multiple people. And
I know. Yeah, I'm noticing. And Peter,
I want to thank Peter. Hi, Peter. It's good to see you here. I want to thank you because the first one that Joe sent me, I'm not going to talk about, but I must have watched it 100 times, and every time I watch it, you gotta laugh. It is so funny.
Oh, are you kidding? When you see that you hate the new Superman, are you going to still be getting the DVD to make up your collections? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I hated that movie. There's no freaking way I would be caught dead watching that again and owning it. Now, Uncle Paul, I want you to know I feel bad because I keep saying, yeah, I'm going to, you got to understand. I keep saying we're going to get together. We'll have you up here, all this kind of stuff, and we will. The thing is, I keep forgetting. I talked to this guy 2 or 3 times with the forgetfulness. I talked to him 2 or 3 times yesterday, guy, and to try to get your email and all of that, And I'm like, do I remember to ask him about Uncle Paul? I remember again, but other things. We talked 3 times yesterday. And I'm like, I totally forgot. But, I'm not trying to ignore you, Yeah, I did this already. Okay, so, yeah, so I'm all over the map here, Danny.
Yeah, good morning, Uncle Paul. I'll call you Uncle Paul. Yeah, funny. Those clips are so funny. And I'm sure you won't have no problem because they're not copyrighted. You know what I mean? I don't think they can.
You don't know about. Look, I don't want to see. That's the thing. You got email is in description. Okay.
You got no balls, Joe. I will put them up right away with my channel.
You have to be smart about these things, Danny. You don't know anything about YouTube. You don't know. And the thing that really kills me here we go already. We just got on, right? I'm only on a relatively small amount of time, and already you're irritating me. You're starting to irritate me already, Danny. Why?
Now I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Now I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Yeah, sure.
That's right.
Joe, what's that one video that you made about people that they don't talk to you, they don't discuss their problems and stuff like that? What's that video?
Yeah, I think that. That's almost everybody I know, practically.
Yeah. Okay. So I watched that video, and then I thought about the clip that you have with Bella Lugosly. I'm not interested in your life story.
Well, I got to make content, Danny. And I forget what we just saying because before that I wanted to say so. I was talking about. Oh yeah, the thing is, you don't have a YouTube channel. You don't do YouTube. There's these things you have to now check. Is this AI content or is it not AI content? Yes or no? And I hit no with everything. Once I start putting up stuff like that, then I'm like, I don't want to do anything that maybe I'm not doing it right, and maybe like it senses that you have AI on here or something, and maybe you lose it.
Well, if I had a channel, it would be Triple X. I'm telling you the truth.
Oh boy, Triple X.
Yeah, funny shit. Anyway, yeah. I had an experience with the doctor's office. I still didn't get my medicine yet. I went to the doctor the other day for my chest, so he gave me a prescription to kill nerve pain, So I told her, at first before you see the doctor, the nurse comes in and she takes your blood pressure and all that shit, and then she asks you what pharmacy do you use? So I said CVS Drugs, okay. So she writes it down on the top of the paper, okay. And I see the doctor, and I said, "Doctor, you're going to send a prescription, right away?" goes as soon as possible. So we kept calling CVS Drugs, and I'm not in the database, you know. So we just kept calling back, nothing. So we called Crystal Run Healthcare, you know. Come to find out, they sent the prescription to Rite Aid, you know. I'm telling you, they can't get anything straight. You tell them what pharmacy you want, and they said,
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. You know, it's if you had a rant channel, you could rant a video about that. It's so we could do the rant in here. You know, it's just it's had it, but you know, Danny, the thing is, everybody makes mistakes, and everybody has always made mistakes through history. But there's something going on in recent times that the ratio is getting really out of control. People are not paying attention as much. They're not
right.
focusing. They're on their phones. They have to have everything like scrolled in front of them. If you tell them something, they don't know. They don't hear you. I'm telling you, it's really bad. The same pain. Dino has the same pain you have, whatever it is.
Pain in the ass. No, I love you, Dino. Alan Cook, good morning. Good afternoon.
No, Alan.
I think he's Alan. Is he in America?
Yeah.
No, that Taylor guy is in England. Taylor, Mark Taylor.
Yeah. Joseph, what's up, Mantaneo?
Good morning.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Uncle Paul. I will keep on the lookout, but I don't go there as often to get the mail, but I will. I'll be there. So, yeah. So here we are.
I watched that Superman debate with you and Tom. You know, it got kind of confusing because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh, yeah, if you don't know the movie, yeah, sure. But, yeah, check it out over on my movie channel, Mr. Cinema, where we talked about the new Superman movie. I said it sucks. Tom says it's good. And we were debating it back and forth, why I think it sucks and why Tom thinks it's good, you know?
Yeah.
Timing. Perfect timing. I'm so glad Doc is here. Hello, Doc. But of course, she's got to complain about the freaking heat, of course, because that's all we talk about in this summer. My favorite month is July, and I got to hear everything. Oh, it's so hot, it's so hot. By the way, I see out there the trees are blowing. Like,
yeah,
you know,
nice and breezy out. Very nice, cool, beautiful.
Well, I feel like I'm getting gypped again this year because again, April here was kind of rainy and not cloudy. May was rainy and cloudy. June and July, it's like we're getting gypped here this year. This is a terrible, terrible summer.
Summer's going.
Heat. Looks like Alan doesn't like the Superman either. You know what I mean?
No, I don't watch that stuff. Yeah, I don't watch superheroes.
So, Superman, yeah, I mean, I really hated it. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? That's what you always say. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't know how much you say that. You say that on the messages when you leave a message. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, all the time. But so it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But yeah, so I mean, I'm really disappointed. I want the sun out. You know, whether it's hot or not, okay. But I want the sun out. I want to see a beautiful day, and I'm tired. Like now we got again. The sun is, even when the sun is out, as it was this morning, it winds up going in, and then it goes out. It goes in. It's like no, I want it out all freaking day with a beautiful blue sky. I'm tired of this crap. You know, that's why we do these things on this channel, Danny, because this is life in the world. It sucks.
The sun's not good for you. It's harmful. They tell you to wear sunblock. You burn in 10 minutes. I mean, it's that good.
Yeah, you got to be careful to some degree, but no, the sun is good for you. It's vitamin D. It's good for you.
No, you can drink milk. A glass of milk.
Yeah, milk has lactose. Sugar. People are lactose. Some people are lactose intolerant. Hi, James. James Farley.
You're late, James. You're usually the first one.
Yeah, I like the Kinks, but I don't need all their albums. I'm happy with like them. I like more than a few songs. I must like about 25 songs, 30 songs, something like that.
Yeah, I love the Kinks. Yeah, good British band. They weren't recognized in America back in the day. You know, they didn't make it good big in America. You know, but yeah, they're great. Yeah, another two brothers that fight.
I found out that Dave Davies of the Kinks is going to be at the show, the Chiller show, that I sometimes go to, and this time it's in October. And if I go, we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I don't care. I couldn't care less about Joy Division myself.
I heard some of the music. They're okay. I think they evolved from other bands that we know. You know what I heard on the news today? Fleetwood Mac might be getting back together again with Buckingham.
Come on. Not without Christine McVie. No, I don't want to know about it.
Yeah, I understand, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'll go.
Howdy, Mark.
Yeah, he's Marcus from England. He's the one. I got mixed up with Alan Cook.
Doc says he's egg intolerant. But did you ever think, Doc, probably a lot of what you eat, like the crap that you eat. And let me tell you, when I talk about a guy, we talk about dieting, and this guy's got a crap diet. Doc, he lives on cereal and weird like soft drinks and things. I'm just telling you that I'm into that health thing now.
Doc, I heard on the chat that you drink Sanka coffee. Well, they had a thing on the news the other day that they did studies. Sanka instant coffee can make you go blind.
Wow.
The chemicals in
I'm thinking, though, there's eggs and everything. You probably got some of the crap that you eat, like certain kinds of brownies and all that shit. It's probably got eggs in there. I love being able to talk about that stuff like, the past tense, like it's garbage. Oh, but anyway, now here's the thing. I think they're just reissuing Buckingham Nicks. Well, if that's the case, I better sell my album fast because I still got that Buckingham Nicks album. I better get rid of that thing.
A lot of people say the album is excellent. I never heard it, but some people say it sucks.
I like them both, and I didn't like the album.
It is very hard to find. It's very hard to find, but I never heard it, but I liked it too.
Danny's not going to see Oasis. I knew from day one.
Probably not.
Yeah, he said last year, I'm definitely going. I'm going, but I knew.
My health changed in over a year. Hanging out with you.
Yeah, we haven't hung out with me. Maybe your health was bad because you were not hanging out with me.
Yeah, right. Maybe
it could be.
I like to go, really. I like to go, but it's a hassle, especially when you can't walk and stuff like that. It's a hassle.
Yeah, you're right. You nailed it. He could say it's a hassle. He could say it's because he can't walk that good. What it is because you don't want to spend the money. That's what it is.
I ain't the money. Oh, shit.
I love my scrambled eggs, but
eggs are very healthy. Eggs are good for you. Milk and all.
I was going to watch that video about the McCartney ticket prices aren't so bad. What happened to that? Well, I had, it's weird. I put it up for a couple hours, I guess. And then I thought, I'm taking it down. I took it down. I privatized it. Then this morning I woke up and put it back. So it is up again. But, that's a very controversial topic, the Paul McCartney ticket prices. And I hear different things about them. It's like I'm finding out a lot of people, they're bitching and moaning. They're saying that a front row seat is $45,000, and they say some of the up close seats are $17,000. And then I find out from reliable sources that that's not the price. That's on the third party. So those are on the ones that the ones that beef it up, the scalpers or whatever. The other, maybe they're not scalpers, but the third party establishments.
Right.
Ticketmaster, the highest price for front was $2,200, and some people said $4,000. Now, I think for the front, I'm thinking $2,000, $4,000 is still insanely high, but it's not $45,000.
But Joe, you got to remember, there's a lot of people out there that make a lot of good money. You know what I mean? $300,000 a year with their job, so a couple of thousand don't mean anything.
Yeah, but I'm saying 2,000 was all right. I mean, I could even see myself going sometime for 2,000.
Hey, if you would listen to me a long time ago and saved your money, you could have had a front seat.
Well, that doesn't add up, because if you save your money, then you start spending the money on frivolous quote stuff. Yeah, I said that. Let Robin wheel you around in a wheelchair, for God's sake. What the, come on.
Yeah, it's been, yes.
Maybe they wheel you right up to the front with the Gallaghers, though.
Imagine that. I wouldn't mind that.
Special privilege.
I don't know. I don't know if they're here yet because you don't hear anything. I seen one thing on the news not too long ago, but then it got quiet. You know.
About what? About Oasis?
Oasis, yeah, but supposedly August they're going to be in North America, but they might be
Well,
here now. But you don't hear anything.
they suck. That's why.
No, they don't suck.
What's up, Jerry Carter?
Hi, Cherry Carter. How are you?
I got so many favorite Kink songs I can't even name them. I got a lot of Kink songs. I won't even name them. You know.
Well, songs, well, I like Lola. That's why I named
Oh,
my dog
jeez.
Lola.
I like that one. I'm saying for your dog is why, you know. Don't
It
ask
was,
Danny to show his dog because I'm going to delete those comments. I don't want to see Danny's dog.
oh,
I
Lola.
realize it's inevitable that it may happen, but I don't really want to see the dog. I don't. Well, it depends. There's 3 dogs. The
Yeah,
one I don't want to see is Lola, the vicious dog. I'll see Shelby, maybe baby.
yeah.
But the thing is,
They're all. I have an L section couch. They're all laying there, nice and quiet. You know.
that's another thing. Dynamic pricing is the killer. You see, another reason why I deleted that video original, well, privatized it, took it down, and then put it up later. It's because somebody from California wrote, I think this might be just different areas because he had tickets. He could not get no $200 tickets where he was. He got one for $1,100 in California. That's the best he could do. And I'm thinking maybe it's different elsewhere. They change it based on demand and location. It's BS. There's a lot of BS because I did watch on 2 Legs. They did a long show talking about it. Had all guests on there. I don't know, so 8 or 9 guests or more. And they were talking about how difficult it was for them to get the tickets, saying they had to also get a code. Like you get on there early and then it says your number 40,000 in line to get a code. Or you're this. I'm like, get the flip out of here. I'm not going to wait to be whether it's 40,000 or number 900. I'm not going to sit here and wait in line. This is the way you get tickets today is ridiculous.
Yeah,
You know,
sucks.
go to the damn box office and get on there and stuff. I'm tired of it. You know.
Yeah, I used to go to Paramount. You know, I seen a lot of good people there. Eddie Money, the Drifters, and stuff like that. It's stuff like that. You know, you go up, you get your ticket, you go and you sit down. Easy, nice. Today, forget about it. You know.
What's that? A Kink song? I don't know that one.
Yeah, that's a
I
King
like
song.
so many I can't type. I don't know that one. I don't
Yeah,
know that
yeah, yeah,
one.
yeah. I'm not too good with the titles of the songs, but yeah, they're great.
Favorite Connie Francis song? I like a few of them, but I'm gonna go with Stupid Cupid maybe, or the popular ones. I know other ones too.
Yeah, I sent Joe a picture of somebody that I know. You know, when I lived in New York City, you know, then we moved away from the city. You know, and years later, she was a friend of Connie Francis. Her name is Mary Francis Peritone, but then there's no relation, and she used to go to Florida, to visit Connie Francis. And I sent her a message. You know, she'll respond to me because she knows who I am. And I was surprised that my brother told me, you know Mary Francis. I said, yeah. He said, no, she takes care of Connie Francis. They're good friends. I said, really?
Yeah, I read this trivia question. I don't know the answer. I love that instrument that sounds like the snake charm flute in the song "Baby You're a Rich Man." I do love it. Love that song. I love that. I can't do it. But anyway, I don't know what he's playing. I don't know what he's playing the claver line with. What's up, Marcus?
Good morning, Marcus. That's my brother.
Oh no, that's my channel. I decide, Marcus. But nice try. Nice try.
Shit.
Everybody's somebody's fool. What's the most price you'll pay for a McCartney ticket? That's a fair question. You know, it depends. It depends on where the seat location is. Let's put it this way. These days, adjusted for inflation, if I really wanted to go, and I'm not going this time because he's not close enough to me where I am, but considering that McCartney's voice is shot, and he's right, I'm saying it's shot. It is. But you go there and you try to enjoy yourself because it's Paul, it's the man, it's the Beatle, it's everybody's having fun, and you do enjoy yourself even if you can't sing as well. But and et cetera, maybe 300 at most. At this point, I don't know. I mean, that's just to get in. You know, even if it was way back, you know, I mean, that's about what you got to do these days. You know, what do you want me to tell you? People cry and whine. It's like, listen, it's not 1976 anymore. It's not 1990, and it's not even 2022 or you know, it's 2025, and things are going to go up. Now, they shouldn't go up to the point where you got to pay $1,000 or more, in my opinion.
You can't blame Paul McCartney or any concert. You know, it's the promoters. You know,
well, I didn't blame him. And I don't know. Some people do, but I always say, like, no, I don't. I personally won't blame Paul, but I wonder if he has any authority because he's the guy, he's the man. I wonder if he go in and say, listen, you know, I'm not playing unless, you know, my fans get cheaper. You know, I mean. No, I'm not saying $40, but you know, keep them 200 or so. Don't make them thousands. I don't know. I'm mixed up with it. I'm trying to figure. I think that a lot of people are saying that the ticket prices are so high because, as I said, they're looking at third-party sellers and they're not looking at the main charts from Ticketmaster. However, I've even been told that Ticketmaster, there's $800 for nosebleeds, I heard now. But then how do you explain, there's two guys I know, between the two of them, they got 3 tickets, the three shows, and all of them are, one of them is $271, the other one was $261, and the third one was $260, different shows. So they seem to manage to get it for under $300. Why can't you? You know, I mean, I don't know, I don't get it. No, I really didn't care for it. That's one thing I'll say. You know, I never heard of the song "Pretty Little Baby," but when Connie Francis died, I heard she's known for this song that went viral. That song "Pretty Little Baby" is a B-side, and it's not really popular. It's not one of her hits, but apparently, a month or so before she died, it became viral, and everybody knows the song now. It's all over the internet, and everybody, all age groups, know Connie Francis from this, and I'm glad that before she died, she got to know this. They told her that this has become a huge hit, and supposedly she didn't know what viral meant, going viral. She didn't know, so they had to explain to her. But here's the thing: I'm glad that she had the little success before she died, but every article that I've seen to show you how popular that song is, it says Connie Francis, singer of Pretty Little Baby, dead, you know. And I'm like, what do you mean singer? It's Where the Boys Are. It's, you know, Vacation. It's Lipstick on Your Collar. Who's Sorry Now? That's what it should say. Where the Boys Are, Connie Francis, you know, died. That's a big hit. You know, Where the Boys Are or Who's Sorry Now. It shouldn't be Pretty Little Baby singer Connie Francis died. You know what I mean? It's not really.
I found out she had a troubled life. You know.
Oh yeah.
She was married 4 times, and it was listed on Wikipedia. At the fifth, it says partner. So they were. It was a guy. They were married, but he died in 2022. But 4 times she was married. All right, Lola.
EL Jeff Lynne canceled his last concert due to illness.
Yeah, you know.
What?
It's sad. You know, everybody's getting up in age, and when you get older, you know, things come your way. You know, you start to have health problems here and there. You know, it's no joke.
Especially Danny with all the pills he takes.
Yeah, you got
pills handy, Danny, or no?
Oh, you got the clip that
I put that up as a thumbnail with you with your box of pills.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't take that much medic. I got doubles in here. I take 3 pills. That's all. You know.
Anyway, maybe Paul should do pay-per-views for these concerts. Yes, I still have Connie Francis records. You know, I still have them. Where the Boys Are. Is McCartney touring to promote a new album? He's supposed to have a new album out at some point, either this year or next year. But he's touring without. No, he's not promoting a new album right now. Let's put it that way. He's not. I remember on the last Jerry Lewis telethon in New York, Tony Orlando was a host. He had Connie Francis on there from Channel 9. How is Joe from the record store? Well, I saw him the other day. He looks good. I actually recorded a little segment with him. So whenever I get around to putting up a record store video, he'll be in the new one. It's been very light on Beatle news. So it's never light, I don't think. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. I heard that. That's hilarious. But anyway, he canceled his tour due to weather. That's what it was. I heard that.
Well, you know,
it was a joke. It was a joke. Wait a minute. I saw.
No.
It was a joke, I think.
I heard that someplace else, but I can't remember where.
I don't know. I don't care either. Tell you the truth, I try to be nice about it.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I hate saying that name. What does that mean, Romoga?
Romoga.
A hard name to say, sir.
No, it ain't. Romoga. Good morning.
Pretty Little Baby isn't on my Connie Francis Gold. It's a B-side. It was a B-side. It's a nothing song. And I played this song when somebody asked me if I liked it a little while ago. I said no. I don't really like it, but it's not bad. It's not a bad song. It's just not her best.
You know, she sang in multiple languages. I don't know how many. I think there's more than 3 or 4. You know, which is amazing by itself.
The thumbnail of us as Muppets is fitting. Well, somebody made a joke out of it last night on a show I watched. You know, it's about the Steve. Wait a second, I'm all mixed up here. Steve, talking about Steve Miller? No, wait a minute, I'm all mixed up here. It was the Steve Miller that I saw a joke about. About him canceling. I'm getting ELO and Steve Miller mixed up. Forget about it. It was the Steve Miller band that was a comedy thing last night. But it doesn't matter. Stop asking me this damn question. How's Don? How's Joe? Oh, man. Don is Don. Joe is Joe. They're the same right now.
I tell you, Don will be here after we're all gone. He's a survivor. He can survive. You throw Joe on the street, he's lost. He's done it in 2 days.
I know he'll be here after you're gone. That's
a certainty. I believe that.
Sure. I don't know. I don't know about me though.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna have some water there. Cheers. It's a plastic cup.
Plastic in it. Yeah.
Plastic fiber get into my bloodstream and my brain.
Have a couple drinks. There you go.
How sweet it is.
Very important with this hot, humid weather. You know, today's beautiful. To drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, because you can get very sick.
Yeah, that's Danny, the health expert.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Wait. Before you go, I've been watching the Lifetime Movie Network movies, right? Okay,
yeah.
And a couple different movies, right? They have plot to kill somebody, so they cut the brake line, you know, in a car, you know, and they're driving. All of a sudden, they pump the brakes. There's nothing there, you know, and the car's going faster and faster, and all of a sudden, you know, crashes, and you know, they die or whatever, you know. If you ever drive in a car and you lose your brakes, okay, primary brakes work with brake fluid. You always got your emergency brakes, which runs with a cable. Some people are, why did this guy crash? He could have hit the emergency brake little by little. The car would have stopped. No, You know, you got to think. You got emergency brakes that don't run with brake fluid. There's a cable. So I just want to inform people in case they lose their brakes.
Yeah, he said fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, and floods are all happening, and it's too much. Okay, good for him. Yeah, no, I agree with him. I agree. It's not worth going then. Screw it. Good morning, Robbie. What's the good word?
Morning, Robbie. How are you today?
Turn off the ignition.
How's your granddaughter? She getting big? I bet you.
Turn off the ignition, Doctor.
That ain't going to do anything turning the motor off. That's ridiculous.
You calling Doc ridiculous?
No, that's ridiculous. The comment, not him.
Right, his statement's ridiculous. That's what people always say. I was calling your statement ridiculous, not you.
I say Dr. Ridiculous. I said that's ridiculous. If you really want to stop, you throw it at the park.
Yeah, you go through the windshield.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're like Fred Flintstone. Stop it with your foot.
Yeah, sure. You know, that's one of the
Henry again. Hello, Henry.
That's one of the cartoons that I like, the Flintstones. You know, there's not too many. Heckle and Jekyll, well, not Heckle and Jekyll. Daffy Duck and all them. I don't care for them.
My granddaughter just turned 3, and I have a 9-month-old grandson now. Oh, congratulations!
Grandson, you had a grandson. Wow,
very nice.
You're pretty busy.
You know, I mean, I'm glad. Too bad they weren't born like 60, 70 years ago. But hey, you know what? You make the best you can when you're born.
I can't picture Joe with grandchildren. You don't have the patience. I guarantee you wouldn't have the patience. They'd be touching all the records. They'd be pulling the records out, touching the turntable. He'd go berserk.
Oh, boy. I tell you, I wouldn't put up with that.
Joe, you don't know how lucky you are. Nice and quiet. No screaming. Kids, when like 2 years old, they touch everything. No matter what it is, they touch it, you know?
Yeah. No, I got you. I understand.
Sure. Oh, my God. We got 9 grandchildren, me and Robin. 9.
I can't even stand, when I go to a diner or a restaurant or something, they used to sit me next to the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, Henry was banned again, huh?
No, it's 2 Henrys, so let's not belabor it because that's what gets them off.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that.
That's why Henry doesn't stay here, because it's you don't know who's Henry. So
right.
Well,
as you can see, I didn't shave.
No, I shaved. I went to makeup for this show this morning. I shaved, did the hair. You know what I mean? I got a puffy out.
And I tell you what. I don't know if you have them, but those razor blades called Harry. You ever see it? The razor blades. It's called Harry.
I got the Gillette Mach 3.
Yeah. Okay, but the Harry, the razor blades are excellent. It's got 6 razor blades in each one, and I tell you, you can get
already ridiculous. All you need is one. At first I did a thing where many years ago, I bought the Gillette Atra, and it had 2 blades. Ooh, big thing. Then I get Mach 3. It's got 3 blades. I mean, what do you need? 17 blades? Come on, one's enough.
He's got 6. Yeah, it works very well. They're not expensive.
I complained about children whilst waiting at my dentist and stormed out.
We were once children too. We did the same shit, maybe worse.
Oh, look at this. The grandchildren have pulled the shrink wrap off my expensive original records. Oh, man.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kids, they get into everything when they're young.
Don't try that on my rare records.
Oh. Yeah, grab your Beatle records, Joe, throw them like frisbee.
What is Mando? What's Mando?
I don't know what that is, Mando. That's Canadian stuff, right? We live in America, Doc Docus.
Danny is so cheap. He probably uses Robin's razors. Yeah, he uses that the round thing, the plastic round one.
They work when there's nothing else. They work pretty good. Sure.
Yeah, that's funny. Don't know much about Connie Francis, but I heard her song "Pretty Little Baby" all over TikTok. Yeah, that's what they said. It's a big TikTok hit. I love when the new generation discovers old music. Well, whatever it takes, whatever it takes. If there's some people watch that and say, "Oh, I'm interested in this," I know one thing: the Connie Francis story would make a great movie. You must do a review of the new Alice Cooper band album.
Yeah, I'd say I give a few words on that. You know, I'm an Alice fan. I love Alice.
Amando, that deodorant that's advertised on TV a lot, along with that Harry stuff.
Yeah, Harry Razor Blades are excellent, and they're not really expensive. They send them right in the mail. Or you can buy them at Walgreens and stuff like that, but you get them through the mail. They give you coupons, you know, and stuff like that, and they're nice.
So, what's on your so-called mind today?
Hey, what's up? You know, calling the pharmacy, you don't get to talk to anybody. You know, and they want you to say your date of birth and stuff like that. You punch it in, and they didn't get it. They don't understand it. You know, you got to do it multiple times, and you never get a chance to talk to anybody. It's frustrating. They tell you leave a message, we'll call you back within an hour. Suppose you got to leave right away. You're not home. You know,
exactly. Well, you bring the cell phone with you these days, Danny.
No, I don't carry a cell phone. I don't believe it. You know.
Was it just my imagination? Well, that's crazy. You got to bring a cell phone in case you get stranded or something. Anyway,
no, Robin has one.
Was it just my imagination, or were you getting a bit teary-eyed towards the end of your Connie Francis tribute episode? It's totally your imagination. I wasn't the least bit teary-eyed. But, you know, I might get teary-eyed when I'm talking about Ringo when the day comes, or Paul, or something like that.
That's another thing they got to stop. Everybody keeps betting on when these people are going to pass away. We might go first. You just talk about when Ringo passed.
Who bets on?
You can't talk like that. That's uncool. You know?
It's called a celebrity death pool.
Yeah, Ringo could live to be 100 years old. Say what.
All right, then don't bet. What do you want me to tell you? Jesus, Daddy, come on. He's such a freaking pain in the ass sometimes.
I'm gonna get teary-eyed when Ringo goes. You might go first. He might be crying for you.
It's so stupid. Yes, he might, but it's so stupid. It's stupid. Again, here we go again. I'm using that S word that I don't want to use. But the thing is, yes, it's true, but you don't live your life that way. You know, somebody said, do you want to, first of all, I've never bet on a celebrity. That's stupid.
No, I don't do that.
Cool. But the people who do, are people supposed to say, well, I don't want to participate. Who knows? I might die first. If you die first, you're not going to collect the money. You're not going to whatever. But you don't not bet because you don't think about. You don't say, "Well, I'm going to be sad when Ringo goes," because you can't say that because you might go first. Yeah, of course. But that.
Yeah.
Let me reword that. If I'm still alive when Ringo dies first, and Paul, then I'll be maybe teary-eyed. I don't even think. Yeah, I will. You know.
That sounds a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah, losing a lot of people this year, you know.
Every year it's the same shit.
Hello, David. What's going on? Bless you, David, as I always say. I hope you're feeling better. I know you were having some issues.
Good morning, David. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, William Shatner, it's amazing. The guy is like he's in good shape. It's incredible. I would have thought that guy would have been gone. I mean, I thought he was an alcoholic for a while. And same thing with the Dick Van Dyke. He's 100 or 99 or 100.
Now you're talking about them. Next week they're gonna die. That's what happens when you start.
Yeah, I know. Well, Dick Van Dyke, he's. I learned a lot about him. He really was a boozer, man. He used to, even when he was younger, he used to like rent the hotel room and go to the hotel and get drunk alone. Like he just wanted to go drink. Come on, man. Do you ever watch an Abbott and Costello movie or something? You want to listen to some Beatle music? You want to try to like forget your demons or something? Or you want to like escape? Do something else. I don't know. I can't relate to it. And everybody's going to say alcoholism's a disease, yada, yada, yada. I guess it could become one. I'm sure. Look, I know after a while, addiction is a terrible thing. I'm not debating that it exists. It does. People do get addicted, but you have to fight it. As hard as it is, man.
Yeah, alcohol is the worst evil there is.
June Lockhart, the weakest link on the show Lost in Space, is 100. I'm going to be. I figure if she's 100, she made 100, didn't she?
You really want to live?
He's doing better. His rehab on my hip is going well. Good.
Very good. Very good.
What are you saying now, Daniel?
Do you really want to live to be 100? Let's face a fact here. Do you really want to be around when you're 100 years old? You're half blind. You got hearing aids and you can't hear. You can barely walk. You can't screw no more. I mean, you really want to be here?
Once again, Danny has that mentality where he thinks it's all the same. The answer to the question, and I think anybody with a brain would say, I'd want to live to 100 if I was pretty well enough for that age.
Yeah, you're going to be all shriveled up. You're going to see these beautiful young girls and stuff like that. You can't do anything anymore. What's the point of being here?
I don't want to live to 80 in the scenario if I was one. I don't want to live to 78 in the scenario if I was a mess or something,
Yeah, well, any day now you can go deaf or blind. You never know.
Again, any day now, folks. We know this, Dan. Why do you are the biggest gloom and doom person I have ever known. You are also, when you start getting like that, you are really annoying.
You should stop being annoying to me.
No, but really,
I'm telling you,
it's not understandable to me. I'm sorry, you're talking to the wrong person. I went my whole life without alcohol, without drugs. I'm sorry. Look, what can I tell you, Matthew Perry? I mean, I remember I saw a video where Matthew Perry, who died of alcoholism results. I remember him like arguing with a psychologist or doctor, and he was like telling him like, I can't stop drinking. You don't understand. Once I take that first drink, I can't stop drinking. Now, of course you can, but the thing is, it's going to be incredibly difficult, man. Might be the most difficult. Might be like an ant trying to lift up an elephant, but I don't know if that can be done. That can't be done. An ant lifted an elephant, but it might be the toughest thing you've ever done, but it can be done. So yeah. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. It's a matter of strength,
If you drink enough alcohol, that destroys your liver.
I know. People like David Cassidy threw it all away. It's a shame. Romoga was the name on a whole box of army fatigues that his parents gave me in 1972. Became my nickname by my friends. Some of them still call me that now. Yeah, I don't think we talked about this last time, and we might have lost this because I want to have this on record, even if it's one video. Danny, we like horror movies. Danny and I like horror movies, but he made it clear before he doesn't like zombie movies because he finds them insulting, right? Disrespectful. Explain.
Disrespectful for the dead. Sure. You get your typical zombie movie. The opening scenes, there's a cemetery, you see the moon and stuff like that. You see smoke. And all of a sudden you see a hand come out of the ground like that and a body lift up. and start walking to a village to munch on people, their arms falling off. That's disrespectful for the dead because you got to leave the people in the cemetery alone, because that's never going to happen, But they make fun of the dead,
They don't make fun of the dead.
I don't think of my mother and father coming out of the ground with their arms falling off and going to munch on people. You know what I mean? That's the way I think. It might be screwed up, but that's why I don't watch zombie movies. It should be banned in the United States. If I was president, it'd be banned in the United States.
Daddy, zombie movies, when the zombies come out of the ground, you say they're going towards the village, their arms are falling off, or their heads
they'll lose an arm, or ear will fall off, something, eyeball will pop out.
Right.
I mean,
but there's one thing you don't understand, apparently. These are make-believe. These are not real dead people. These are
but it's involving a cemetery and disrespect for the dead.
I love the Mayo rants. Thank you. Again, I want everybody to know, if you don't know already, the rant, whenever I do rant videos now, they're here. If you like the rant videos, please subscribe to the channel with its new name. Mayo loves Mondays, because I do. Monday's the best day of the week. I'm 64, Danny, and I have every condition you mentioned.
Yeah.
Show Peter Cushing. Well, if I really, Harold, I promise you I'll show him if I feel it that acutely. It depends how it goes. I almost flashed it. What's this? Well, whenever he died, I'm sure it was complications induced by a life of abusing his body.
Ketamine. That was ketamine.
I've been really fortunate. I have lived in my entire life without drugs and alcohol. The sober life is just beautiful.
Yeah.
I was going to go to the movies to see 28 Years Later because I liked the other two, 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. But I wound up not going. Oh, that's right, Cherry. I remember. I keep forgetting. We talked about it, and I know, we've had some hardcore discussions about this. Congratulations. I think that's fantastic. Nothing better than a person who gets cleaned up. I love it.
Yeah.
Danny thinks of his parents as zombies. There you go.
No, I didn't say that, but I didn't say it like that. I wouldn't think of my parents as zombies. That's why I don't watch that shit, because they wouldn't come out of the ground like that.
I see Henry says addiction is something where you almost have no control. I've started a diet, and then you can't help but eating junk. You almost can't stop yourself. It's addiction. Baloney. People are snowflakes today. They absolutely, well, not just today, through history. They're snowflake. They don't want to do the work. Look, let me tell you something. I know you're talking about this. I know what you're talking about. You think I don't want to sometimes give it all up? I don't with the eating thing. As far as like, junk food or sweet foods or something like that. No, you gotta be strong. People, it's not easy to be strong. Try willpower with diarrhea. Not sure what you mean exactly, but I've experienced it. I need to stop smoking cigarettes. It's going to catch up to me. I shouldn't be smoking as much at my age. Yeah, well, you're right. That's one of the few good things about today. One of the few good things about this world today, and there's not many, folks, from my mind. This is the right channel for this. That's why I just started this channel. Is they ban smoking everywhere. They don't let you smoke anywhere. It's fucking great. That is so great. That's one of the few good things about today. And the fact that more people are learning that smoking is no good for you. Well, in the old days, they smoked a lot more. It's one of the few bad things about the past. And of course, yes, the way certain groups of people were treated was a bad thing too in the past, because somebody's going to say something. And of course, I don't condone that. And that's one of the improvements as well today.
Yeah, way back in the 70s, you could smoke anywhere. On talk shows, they used to smoke cigarettes on talk shows and stuff like that. It was allowed. And in the meantime, you poison everybody else.
One of my favorite rant videos was the one at the Department of Motor Vehicle. Yeah, there you go.
There's a new there's
Go ahead.
a new sitcom coming on TV called DMV.
Oh, really?
I seen it. Yeah, I seen it on TV. It might start September, but I'm not sure on the starting time. But I'm not going to watch it anyway. But it's probably a comedy. It's called DMV. You know.
Never again. Good. Glad it worked out for you. How about, speaking of DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles? Everybody knows the great scene in the show Taxi with Christopher Lloyd. You got to know the character. He's kind of like speaking of alcoholism and drugs, the guy's got his brain fried from years and years in the 60s of doing drugs and drinking, okay? So he goes to take his driver's test. I know a lot of you know this scene, but it's beautiful. He's in the office and he has a written test and he's sitting there. He's trying to pass the test. So his friends are waiting for him over on the side. They're not allowed to help him or anything. So he whispers, he goes, "What does a yellow light mean?" And then they look at him and they go, "Slow down." And he goes, "Okay. What does a yellow light mean?" And then he goes, "Slow down." And he goes, "What does a yellow light mean?" They do it like 4 or 5 times. I guess you had to be there. You don't think it's funny. But anyway, and the guy, because he's a drug addict, he's like he's a pothead and everything. Oh, man.
That's a good movie, Taxi Driver.
All that walking wouldn't suit me as a zombie. Yeah, well, it doesn't take long either. I mean, it only took me a couple of months. It takes a couple of months, 2 or 3, weeks, months before you get accustomed to it. Let's put it that way. Vaping's no good for you either. Don't want to go there. Okay, that's not good either. Vaping. We need Nick 64 here. That's what I like him when he comes up. Have you heard about the Gen Z store? I guess is that stare or store? I smoke and drink coffee every day.
Good combination.
I encourage everyone to never start smoking cigarettes. Once you do, it becomes a part of who you are, and you can't go 15 minutes without lighting up a smoke. I find it hilarious. I'm sorry. To me, it's funny. I don't know. I mean, it's sad. It's unfortunate, but it's funny. There's nothing funny that it's like freezing cold in the winter and people go outside their work building and they stay there. They gotta have a smoke. They'll stand out there in the fucking, minus 10-degree temperatures to have that hit of that coffin nail. It's amazing to me.
Yeah, Henry, if you can't go 15 minutes without a cigarette, you're in big trouble. Then you're what is known as a chain smoker.
I tried vaping, but I love nicotine too much.
Well, vaping, there is nicotine in there because they just the FDA just allowed this company they sell vaping stuff. They allow them to be on the market, and it says caution: this contains nicotine, which is highly addictive or something like that. Wow. So it does have nicotine, but you get the damage from the smoke. The smoke is what does the damage.
There's so many other ways to try to relax. Banning smoking is absolutely great. I used to go to clubs to listen to music a lot and play in clubs in the 70s. It was great when it was banned. I tried vaping too, not the same. Hey, Piccolina the cat. I stay away from food they concoct in a lab. Absolutely. Now this man here, he doesn't believe in any of that. This guy, come on, Danny. You don't believe in this. You just think you don't believe that food is like a mess and bad for you, certain foods and what they put in it and stuff. Well, do you?
Yeah, it's how much you eat of it.
Yeah, you actually can stop yourself, but you have to have a lot of withdrawal. You'll have a lot of withdrawal. You might be like climbing the walls, squirming around, having pain and convulsions, whatever. The most extreme, I guess, what you'll call withdrawal symptoms you can have, like getting off heroin or something. But eventually you have to roll with the punches, and it stops eventually. They stole that from Abbott. I don't remember an Abbott and Costello bit like that. I don't remember that.
You control your brain. You can't let your brain control you.
Yeah, taxi driver taxi is a whatever. Well, I want to know. I don't think I ever saw a routine. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're talking about two different things. Okay, sorry, getting mixed up. I saw a clip of the Grimm Collective at Rod Serling's grave. He was a 3-pack a day smoker, dead at 50. There you go. There's a guy that didn't make it. He took that dice and he went, I'm going to roll the dice. What the hell? I had a grandfather who lived to be 100 and smoked. Let's roll the dice. Well, for him, it came up craps and he lost. The choice is yours. It can come up, 7 and you win, but I'm not taking that chance. Oh, we didn't do this yet. Danny's blood sugar level. We got to see. Well, it's probably low. I'm thinking it's low today. Now, remember, I got always to caution you if you want to know. 100 is good. Anything over 100, 110, 120, it gets dicey. It means his blood sugar is too high. Hey, that's not too bad at all. I had a feeling it was going to be good today.
Yeah.
Danny, what's your favorite drink?
Coffee. Decaf.
Decaf?
I don't drink no soda. Regular soda, diet soda, no soda. Soda is bad for you. I drink coffee or unsweetened cranberry juice, which is very good for your kidneys. Cranberry juice, but it's got to be unsweetened. And coffee and water.
Water? Come on, you don't love water.
Yeah, I got to drink water. I got my water bottle right here.
Oh, water. Would you take a devil dog over Robin?
I have to think about it.
Larry King said that when he stopped smoking, he had a heart attack. His body's so screwed up that it's a shock to his system.
Yeah, he smoked a lot too.
And when I was in the Army, I lived off beer, sex, and no sleep. I like the sex part. Hey, I don't know if you can hit the like button. There's not as many people here. I mean, we have people that here, but not as many as usual. I'm still trying to get people to come from my main channel over to here, but it's amazing. You put ads up, and some of them come over, and some don't.
There's only 30-something people here. Not much.
Larry King said he smoked up to 4 or 5 packs a day. He actually lived quite a long time for a chain smoker.
I used to watch Larry King, I remember his interview with the asshole, John Lennon's killer.
Sure.
They had an interview,
I always get the notifications for your channels. The guy at the record store, Chris, otherwise known as Juicy, otherwise known as the bald young guy there. He says he never gets notifications, even though he subbed. I don't know. Some people don't get them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, you gotta set that bell for notifications if you want.
Yeah, hit the damn bell. I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah.
Larry King's interview with Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, I seen that too. That was very good. And Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando was good. And Brando kissed Larry King. It's funny, but that's what Italians do.
Sure. I got to do my walk soon. I'm trying to think what time to get out of here. I was going to get off here at 9:30, but if I have too much fun, it's tough. It's tough. It's fun being on here with Danny,
You ever see Apocalypse Now? You ever see that movie?
Believe it or not, and you may believe it, no.
Good movie. it's a war movie, but it's a good movie. You really like it. Marlon Brando was in that movie, but you see him at the end. I'm not gonna tell you too much.
Yeah, because you never know. I might see it one of these days.
Yeah, very good movie. You got Martin Sheen, and a lot of good actors in there. Some scary shit too, because that really happened. A war. It's a war movie.
I plan on going out to buy some lab-produced food later. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Your case, Doc.
Yeah, someday that's all you're gonna have. Yeah, no more cows.
No, I've never seen Lawrence of Arabia. The subject matter doesn't seem to interest me, but even though it's a classic, and it's something I have to put on my bucket list.
I've never seen it.
Do you have a favorite Joe Pesci movie? I do. That would be My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, without a doubt.
No, Henry, I never watched that channel if I could help it.
No. I don't have CNN anymore. Cable cut it out. I got to pay for it if I want. I don't watch that.
I saw a Streetcar Named Desire, but I don't have it. Joe Pesci was good in The Irishman. Never saw it.
Yeah, I've seen it once, but I don't remember it. And it's not that old. Maybe 5 years. 5 years old, maybe.
Secret of the Incas, I gave it a shot because I like Charlton Heston. Is the only reason I really watched it. But then again, he's in some movies I've still never watched that I can't get into the subject matter.
Richard James. I love you too, Richard. What's up, dude?
Get a room, you two guys.
I see Richard all over the place too.
What, do you need a wig? I think Richard James needs a wig. He says, I'm trying to get my car tickets. Can you wig me? Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Hey, Richard, are you from England? Where do you come from?
No, I met the guy. I seen him.
Oh, did you?
Sure.
Is he young?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Everybody's young compared to you, Danny.
You got that right.
Sure.
They only got.
No, it's the same. They're not as expensive as you think they are. That's a lot of malarkey. I mean, they're not cheap, but not as expensive as everybody thinks. How come I know the people that got tickets for under $300?
No, look at that mess. Robin?
Vital Villain. I think he's on other channel. I've seen him around on Psycho's channel. Not as expensive as people say, but still expensive nonetheless. Well, whatever. You could make some semantics all you want, but the thing is, people act like I've heard people say you can't get a ticket; it's too expensive. It's like $1,000 and up. I'm not paying that money. You can get one for $260. So, I mean, what's your favorite Elvis Presley Beatles cover song? You mean like Elvis doing a Beatles song? He destroyed Get Back. He destroyed Hey Jude. I'm gonna go with something. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Just sub. Surprised to see a new channel. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is a new channel. Sub. Tell your friends. Oh, it's the outlier. The bottom line is you still can find it. You can take it and twist it all you like, my friend. The bottom line is you could still get tickets for the $200 range. In fact, they told me that the cheapest seats are $38, which they go from 38 to, one guy said $38 to 2,200. Another guy said $38 to 4,000. But whatever, talking about, if you have money and you're up front, Seen Paul 3 times. I'll just watch the videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I seen him once. He was good.
Well, again, I said this in my video. The prices. If you saw a 7K ticket or a 45,000K ticket, 45K, whatever. That's from a third party seller. It's not the ticket masters. And I'm telling you the same thing. And that's what I'm objecting to. People that are kind of mixing that up with the regular site.
45,000. I could buy a brand new car. Nice. So that's me 15 years.
Elvis's version of Hey Jude sucks, in my opinion. I'm an Elvis guy. I mean, I like Elvis. I mean, I'm a Beatles guy mainly, but
Never heard it.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
Believe you me. Being in the nosebleed section and still having to pay close to $1,000 is wild. Once again, I'll repeat myself. I know 2 guys that got tickets, and one of them are going to 2 shows. He paid $271 and $261. The other guy paid around $260. The guy that paid for the ticket, his seat is in the back. He said 1 level up, not all the way up, not like the top, 1 level up, straight on in the back. Not really nosebleeds in the moon, but in the back. So anyway, you can get it for $260. You want to keep belaboring this, Marcus? What do you want me to tell you? Yeah, Elvis screws up the lyrics. Yeah, yep. I'll take your word for it. Donny Hathaway's version of Yesterday's good. I miss Robin saying good morning, Joe. Well, she said it to me before we went live. We missed it. Richard James, I'm going to wait for Danny to come back. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's wiping his dog's ass. I don't know.
You're so
Am I still a CD guy? I'm both CD and vinyl. Lately, vinyl has been making a little comeback in my mind again, but it's the way it always is. That's the one addiction that you have, that I have. Where'd Danny go?
giving Lola medicine.
Oh no! Okay, let you do that. Come on.
What the heck? Almost done.
I know it's not designed to be argumentative. I know that. Oh, I realize that. But yet it becomes that. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to relax. I'm going to be me. And that's part of who I am. I get very passionate. But like what can I tell you? Now sitting outside. I wanted to ask you, Uncle Paul, what do you think of the new name? Honestly, tell me the truth. Because you were one of the vocal people that said you kind of thought the name Mayo should be in the title, and I kind of had been thinking that too. So I put Mayo Loves Mondays. Well, it's not going to happen, Richard James. Go take a cold shower. And a lot of questions here, a lot of comments. I got to wait for Danny. With Danny, you don't do this on our time on the show. Do it on your own time. We're only on here 90 minutes. You can do it before or after. Yes, better with Mayo in the title. I agree. Gonna do another CD finds video. Well, if I get CDs, if I find CDs. Oh, Danny, you're killing me. I'm gonna have to give him a poke in the eyes when he comes back. Hey, Doc, you went on record as saying you didn't like the title. Thank God it's Monday. Life with Mayo. I've thought of that too. You don't like the Mondays thing for some reason in the title, right? Mondays. Yeah, it requires some thinking. I'm not saying for you, but anybody. People don't necessarily know what that means. I'm gonna have to really scold Danny when he gets back. All these questions are popping through, and I'm losing track because he's not here. Oh, the old cheap plug. Leeching thing. Okay, no, Uncle Paul's Beatles Pop Playhouse on his channel. He's got a new playhouse at 11 a.m. So he's plugging it. Oh, man, just come here just to plug, Uncle Paul. Yeah, well, that's the reason I say, yeah, I hated Mondays too. Everybody hates Mondays when they're working and when they're going to school. But that's the whole point. When you're retired, Mondays is nice. No, I don't care for the Monday titles. Why? You got to think about it? What do you mean? You're hysterical, Joe. Apostrophe R-E. You are. You are hysterical, Joe. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. You are. Otherwise, you're talking about my possessive. Like this thing here is my hysterical. I own it. Ownership. Possession. Oh, Danny, you're really making me get angry here. Come on, Danny.
I'm coming.
Yeah, you're coming. I don't want to hear sexual details.
Hey,
I know it means your retired favorite day, but people might not get the channel with Monday in the title. Yeah, well, what do you want me to do? If I put something like Mayo's retirement or Mayo's retired life or something like that, then people are not going to, I don't think a lot of younger people who are not retired don't care. Who cares to watch a retirement channel, So
we're going to the store today. I have to pick up my medicine. We're going to stop at ShopRite and stuff like that. It's wonderful because I can watch all the girls come in and out of the store with their short shorts. Some of them bend over, you get an extra look. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great. All right, let's we gotta go. I have to go all the way up here again and look for stuff that we missed, okay, because of you. So let me do this now, Danny.
Right.
I gotta find it. Look at this. Wow, and I went too far. You see, this is really all because of you, Danny. All because of you. Here, Joe, what do you like to eat with your veal? I'm thinking of trying it. Tomato sauce and now you're gonna have a phone interrupting our show.
I bet it's the pharmacy calling them my medicine's ready.
Well, be careful because you don't know what it's going to say on there. You might not want to hear.
Yeah, it records. I'm not worried about it. No, see, I don't believe in promoting stuff like that with veal.
I'm not promoting anything. What am I promoting? I just say I enjoy. Well, maybe I am. I enjoy it.
I got a heart for animals. I feel sorry for them because they have no life. They're caged. They have no life, and then they die at a young age. It's terrible. Humans are terrible.
What are you talking about? I saw a video, and by the way, animals can be terrible too. I saw a Dr. Phil scene with some young woman that had her face all distorted and blown up because she got bit in the face by a dog. All right. So anyway.
Well, that's something different. I don't like that idea
anyway, either. How about a little Boston Market chicken parmesan?
Yeah.
Do you know they treat Sanka with formaldehyde to get rid of the caffeine?
And Doc, I'm not joking. I seen it on the news a few days ago. I'm not kidding about Sanka. It's causing blindness in people because they use chemicals to freeze dry it. That's the instant coffee. So if I were you, I'd stay away from that stuff.
If you get any one of the Beatles guitars, which member would it be from? Well, Paul's bass guitar is the most iconic, so I might pick it, but or John's Rickenbacker,
Yeah, the bass guitar.
I think that's a good idea. I could start a new channel all about coming up with new channel names.
Even the Peter.
That's funny. Watch Mayo every day-o. Let's talk about that tender veal. Well, come on. You're just trying to get him upset, But the more tender, the better it tastes.
I won't let Robin buy it. I don't permit it. I told her, you buy veal, we're getting a divorce.
Why? Nothing you do is going to stop them from doing it, not eating it yourself.
I understand that because billions of people eat meat, stuff like that. But I personally don't want to eat that kind of food, a product. I don't like what they do.
I got to tell you, talking about Mikey Arugula's Beatles videos, and I told him to his face many times, this thing suck, man. They suck. They're all the same. They're all the same. Him going around, can you name the 4 Beatles? Oh, you don't know? They can't name George. Well, let me give you a hint. Who's the first president of the United States? It's like every video is the same. It's unbelievable. Look at that long title. Mayo's Unforgettable Life in Every Way. I'm sure people will forget that title. See, Mayo Loves Mondays is really catchy. And when Vinyl, what was it? The Vinyl guy, what's his name? A Vinyl Villain? When you, in all fairness, you said, well, they might not know what that means. I know, but maybe they want to find out. What is it? Why does he love Mondays?
Yeah, but this is the way I see it. You know what I mean? It's the way I see it. You like Mondays because people go back to work. Kids, well, not this time. You go back to school. There's nobody around. You like. So you're kind of selfish. You want to be by yourself. You don't want anybody around you. That's the way I see it. I tell you the truth. I don't bullshit you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great. But it's not also about that. It's just about the fact that now the fact that I used to dread Mondays like everybody else. Now I don't anymore because I'm retired. It doesn't necessarily just mean about the convenience of being without all the crowds. Well, that's part of it.
Well, you don't want people around. You go to Delaware, Maine, and you don't have to worry about that problem anymore.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about because Delaware is all too crowded, man. It's too big amount of people squeezed into a small spot. So that's going to make for a lot of rant videos when I go there, if I go there.
Even up here, there's so much construction. They're building these townhouses and stuff like that. The country's going. I live in the country, but fortunately, around where I am, that doesn't happen because you need 2 acres to build a house on it. And there's houses here already, so there's no more construction. But like you go out and all you see is bulldozers clearing property to put houses and stuff like that. There's no room for the animals anymore. That pisses me off. You know what I mean? Too many humans.
Yeah. I love these people that put animals ahead of humans. No, sorry.
I do. I put animals ahead of
go live with animals instead of living with a woman.
I do. I got 3 dogs. I got 3 dogs.
Yeah. What about your wife? What about her?
Oh, my wife, she's a devil dog.
Yeah. Anyway, with Monday in the title, people may think you're only on Mondays. No, because this is not a live stream channel. It's a video channel with some live streams on it, right? But I mainly have videos, right? Did you know that the cartoon version of Danny Loves Veal? Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Peter, I have to thank you again because Let me tell you something. I got a stomach ache from laughing so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That A1 is truly amazing. You know how that's done. You know, with my picture, my setting in the background, and me as a character.
It's okay because it's cartoons. The way I look at it,
Yeah,
cartoons are pretty much okay with me. Cartoons, fake. It's the real stuff that I think is
yeah.
wrong.
Good morning, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't want to see the picture of your friend with Robin Williams because it's not even you in the picture; it's your friend. So what?
No, I never claim it was me. You know, I say it's my niece's husband. You know.
Well, that's the thing. I couldn't eat veal either. It's cruel. First of all, let's get this in half. I don't do anything to the veal. I don't kill the veal. I don't do. I couldn't harm it anything. But you're saying if there's a demand for it, if you're eating it, then there's a demand. You know, then they keep doing it. But you're not gonna. I don't care if you spend the rest of your life, a whole bunch of people, thousands of people not eating veal. There's never going to be enough for them to stop doing it. So
Right.
as long as these poor things are I'm trying to be fair here, but poor things, what they have to do with them. The thing is, if they're there, at least they didn't die in vain. I'll enjoy them.
Yeah.
And then you go on and say, I really don't care about chickens. Why? Because it's something that's acceptable. Why don't you be consistent? Be consistent. Care for the chickens as much as the veal.
You know, Robin had chickens downstairs in the basement. You know, silkies. They're called silkies. They lay eggs and stuff like that. But they got like the beetle mop top on top of the head.
Yeah.
And Robin, I tell you, they are so affectionate. You wouldn't believe it. For a chicken, they're very affectionate animals.
I don't care. It's them or me. Men's put here to eat meat. Where's Mix 64? The natural human diet.
Eat celery and carrot sticks and stuff like that.
That's not healthy enough. It's good with it.
And that's another thing.
Meat and vegetables.
Another thing, you know, plants feel pain too when you cut them.
Well, there you go. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, sure.
I'm glad I haven't tried Snacka since the 80s.
No good for you.
Mayo's Mondays ain't like Fridays. Yeah, Tom got Paul McCartney tickets, absolutely, and they were under 300. I like George's psychedelic guitar. Now this doesn't work because you say, Mr. Mayo, how I learned to stop worrying and love retirement. I haven't stopped worrying. You know, it's my, you know, it's never. It's just as stressful in many ways.
You know, retirement.
Love parody. Yes, I recognize. Love the bomb. Stop worrying and love the bomb.
Retirement's good and it's bad. If you live alone and you retire and you got nothing to do, that you know the house is pretty well situated, you got nothing to do. After a couple months, you're in trouble because you're going to get bored. You know. If you got a lot of things to do around the house and you have family, you know, a wife or something like that, it's a different story, you know. But retirement's not all that. First of all, when you get a Social Security check, you have to go on a budget, okay? Unless you save money all your life like you're supposed to till your retirement, because you can't live on Social Security. It's impossible.
Some people do.
Yeah, but it's very hard.
It's very hard, and not everybody can. But some people do.
Joe, I heard on TV. Some people have to make a choice in buying their medicine or eating food. They don't have money for both.
Yeah, some people do, but again, you have this habit, and it's kind of silly that you think everything is all one way. You can't ever understand. It's different people.
Joe lives day to day. He don't worry about tomorrow. You know, I told him, why don't you put some money away on the side, you know, in
I'm
case
always in favor of saving. I even though I don't do it as
I told Joe, put some money aside, you know.
Even though I don't do it as well, even though I don't do it as much as I should. That's one of my weaknesses, one of my flaws. I agree. I do think that it's a good idea to save money. What I am against are people that save all the money and they really don't want to spend anything. It drives me nuts.
Joe, you don't let me finish. I said you should put some money on the side, you know, and say, if something happens to me, my girlfriend has some money. I left her some money to go on. You know what I mean? But I don't think you do stuff like that. You know what I mean? I do that with Robin.
No, I mean, I'm not going to spend my life. If it works out, it works. But I'm not going to give up everything I have just for when I die, somebody else has it easy. I mean, what the hell is that?
No, you have enough. You have thousands of movies, thousands of records.
That's for me to decide, not for you, Daddy.
What more do you want?
No, that's for me. If anybody wants to know why I'm getting so agitated at Danny right now, there's a simple reason for it.
I'm afraid that stupidity always brings out the worst in me.
Stupidity?
Yes, stupidity. I'm afraid that stupidity always brings out the worst in me.
Stupidity?
Yes, stupidity.
But Joe, you always say in your videos, you pull out a movie and you say, look, it's still rep. You know what? I bought this movie 12 years ago and I haven't watched it yet.
Right,
huh?
right.
So what are you buying more for?
Look who's talking. You got movies you never watched too. You got movies you never watched too.
Yeah, sure.
Let me decide for myself what I want to do, Now we got to go back here because, we start with Matthew Smith. I think he's doing the great song. I'm thinking he's doing the great song My Love by McCartney and Wings. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's what he's doing.
That song, that song will bring back a memory right away when I was younger. I had no health problems. I was pretty vibrant and stuff like that. Certain songs bring you back. You know where you were, where you lived. That's one of them. My Love does it good. Yeah. My Love.
Great song.
Yeah. I have to agree.
I don't eat red meat anymore. I do. I'm not a big steak eater. I don't eat steak, not only because it's expensive, it's hard to get if you go out, but hamburger meat on patty or something, or chop or ground beef. Yes, absolutely.
Another song, Another Day. I love that song.
Yeah.
Another Day. I could play that over and over again and never get tired of it.
Okay, Eric. I don't know if I said hello, by the way, yet, but let me do that. Mayo, please be excused from the table.
Oh, Chauncey Phillips, what's happening? I thought you were going to send me a donation. What happened? I was still waiting.
Okay, Joseph, thank you for being here. I hope you still get to see this.
Oh, have a good day. You too.
Yeah, I actually watched this video. Well, I watched the end with when they're saying what they think of the song, certain Beatles songs. Yeah. None could name George. Oh, he's the invisible Beatle. Call it I don't like Mondays, like the song. I do like Mondays. That's the whole point.
Yeah, Boomtown Rats. That was the Boomtown Rats. I don't like Mondays.
Those people that have like 30 cats in a house and can't possibly take care of all of them properly, I don't get it.
Yeah, you know what? There was a story the other day about this person. I think it was a woman that had 80 dogs in the house. And of course, it gets out of control. They don't mean to. They're abused, but her intention is not to abuse them. They just got too much to handle. You got to clean them, and a lot of dogs who were sick and stuff like that. Yeah, these people have mental issues.
Well, your mother at 100 should be old enough to know the names of all four Beatles, I would think.
And you got the air conditioner. You got the window open. Love, what are you doing over here? You got the windows open and the air conditioner on. What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, he's worried about money.
Ah, she got all the windows open. She got all the windows open and the air conditioner running. I don't need no air conditioner. You're going out to work. I want you outside working. I want you to do as much work as you can. I want you to do much work as you can. Earn your stay here.
Treat her like a lady. Don't freaking make her a slave.
Oh, I love that song too. Treat her like, I think it's the Isley Brothers or OJ.
What's up with you with this? You said A1 before, like the steak sauce. What do you call that? A what?
A1, like the steak sauce, as opposed to AI. Oh yeah. I say A1, AI. Yeah, that's all right. But my wife says IA. I said no, it's not IA. It's AI. She gets it backwards.
I do. That is the
Social conscience has changed caged hens. People buy free range eggs more than ever.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm gonna eat what I want. I am consistent. I won't eat anything that's cute. Oh, brother.
Not even women.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the cartoon Danny could be 70-year-old Carl Fredrickson in the film Up. Yeah. My glove, what was I called it?
My glove.
Georgia Strat. You know, that's another thing I want to say. I talked to Mikey Arugula, and he said, "Hey, this guy Hologram copied me." I'm tired of people thinking everybody's copying everybody just because it's a common idea that anybody could think up. You know what I mean? The idea of playing Beatles music to people or asking them, "Can you name the Beatles?" Let's use that part. Can you name the 4 Beatles? I used to do that. I don't know if you remember that before I ever met Mikey Arugula. I remember going into the deli, and there was a young guy working in the deli. I did it like 2 or 3 videos of it, and I said, "Can you know who the Beatles are? Can you name them? Can you name a Beatles song?" I did that. It's not something like you have to, you know. By the way, Uncle Paul, I'm not saying that you're saying he copied him. I know that. He just reminded you of him, but other people have said sometimes when you think of the same topic that you're copying somebody, you know. AI is terrible. Rick Beto has a new video in which he goes on an AI program, requests a song of a certain style, mentions a few words on one particular phrase, and then it produces an entire song. Absolutely. And in fact, there's a great video by Matthew Street that's out where he talks about how pathetic it is. AI creating a whole album. You just go in there and you put like a couple of details in, create me an album and a band, you know, all of a sudden you got a whole album, 12 songs with a band that's not real. And it's got like over 1 million hits. People, the other worse than AI itself is how many sheeple out there eat it up and love it. That's going to be, we're destroying ourselves, and people don't even realize they're doing it to themselves. You know?
Yeah. It comes a point you don't know what's real, what's not real.
It's
You know?
true.
That's the problem, you know.
I was watching a video the other day with Dolly Parton in it. And they were saying she's dying. She ain't dying.
Oh yeah, that people do that shit.
Yeah, right. I see things like that. They get people to look, so and so's dying, or, you know. What do you say, Robert P? What's going up? What's going
Morning,
on?
Robert P. Morning,
You
coffee.
never heard of sheeple? I didn't invent that. That's another thing. I didn't invent. You never heard that term? Yeah, my girlfriend once suggested watching Up. You know, it was all I remember is the house goes up in the air. That's all I remember about it. They have a BS AI produced band, and people are listening to it. Soon, radio will play AI songs. Even real bands will play songs written by AI. Music should be from the heart of a human and mind of a human.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. We're done. But you know what? The beautiful part, the only good thing about it is I'm in my 60s now. I don't have much longer to deal with the stupidity in this earth. I mean, I keep saying I want to live as long as possible with my health. And that is for the purpose of enjoying the past. I want to be able to listen to Strawberry Fields Forever another 5,000 times. I want to be able to watch Jaws every summer. I want to be able to I don't know, watch all of the Marx Brothers movies again, you know, whatever it is. That's why. Okay. It's not for anything new. That God knows that, you know. Well, another sip of plastic contaminated water. I'm supposed to get out of here now, man. I was gonna go. I'm gonna walk later than I wanted to. I wanted to walk at 10. I'm gonna be walking 10:30 the way it's going. Thank you, Eric, for saying hello.
Take care, Eric. Have a good day.
Yeah, well, whatever. Joe and Danny movie.
All right, imagine that.
Have you found Chucky yet? This guy's like obsessed with Chucky.
Yeah, I don't know where he is.
That Chucky doll looks like Danny, though. It really does without the glasses.
I can't find him. I don't know where he went, for real.
Yeah, that's it. The Velvet Sundowns is the AI band. Matthew Street renamed of the fake clowns. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, I'm doing good. You said I'm still stuck, but my knees are no pain for a week, eating mostly light fruit. Yeah, I've been, again, I'll be doing updates about my situation with the weight loss thing. But the thing is, I looked at the calendar, and from June 12th, today's July 18th, I've been playing with the same 3 pounds since July 12th. 3 pounds. Up, down with the 3 for the past over 5 weeks. It's really annoying. It really is, because you try hard, you're doing the things, but there's been times where I missed 2 days of walking in a row. There were times when instead of walking an hour, I walked like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So I left. There were times when I hit crackers. I have like crackers and a little bit, and I have some honey. And I'm like, I don't know if that's why, because your system, your metabolism, and your body gets confused. But it's not, the consistency is what you got to keep. I'm still down 30 some odd pounds, but who's going to be like? Are you asking? Me. I usually go live on Saturday. I'm thinking about bringing Catch Up with Mayo here. I'm going to call it Mayo's Livestream. I wouldn't call it the same thing if I do it here. But I'm trying to, get more views here through live streams over here. So I really don't know yet. You hear about the paranormal investigator who died after taking the haunted Annabelle out to eat for dinner?
I heard something about a person in a voodoo doll or something like that, but I don't know. I don't remember the whole story. It's in the news.
Well, the only thing I'm doing is walking. So if there's muscle built up, it's muscle in my legs. I guess. I am not going to a gym. Nope. I'm not doing it with a lot of reasons. First of all, I don't want to do all that extra physical stuff. The other thing is I'm worried about these days, the machines and getting sweaty, COVID, and catching shit from machines. I'm not doing that. And the other thing is a trainer costs money, and I'm retired. So,
Robert P., I have a question to ask you. You have knee problems, right? Do you take anything for pain? Do you suffer with pain? Are you taking anything for pain?
Yeah, I know I must keep it, because it's easy to say, because for the most part, I walk at least 6 days a week. Sometimes I take a day off, Sunday usually, and but at least 6, sometimes 7. But it was 2 days in a row where I didn't do for 2 days, So I mean, it's that can't gotta be that precise, What I find helps me is watching videos of other people that are successful. That's where I get my encouragement, when I watch other people saying what they've done, what they've eaten. And I'm hoping that by my videos, as time goes on, I'm going to be able to encourage other people, myself. Some people said they were encouraged by me, but I haven't really accomplished that. Well, losing 30 something pounds is good, but when we start getting to losing 100 pounds, then we'll talk really, I hope. So,
yeah, as you get older, you have to keep moving.
Yeah, definitely. Not even for weight loss, just in general, you got to move.
Yeah, my brother went to the doctor the other day, and I heard it the day after. My sister told me that they had trouble getting up the stairs. To get into the house. He fell and he scraped his arm, his knee, and stuff like that on the steps because of concrete. You know, they had four people to try to get him to go up the steps into the house like that. You know, because my brother don't walk. He sits on the couch all day long, and then he goes into his bedroom,
Well,
watches
that's
TV.
what I mean. I think I don't know. I don't know your brother, but I know from past times where you've talked about him.
Yeah, he's afraid. He don't walk because he's afraid of falling. So his legs got very, very weak. The muscles in his legs got, they break down.
But he doesn't really live the right life. He eats whatever he wants. He doesn't move, right, etc., etc.
He doesn't understand how to take insulin. Because he's supposed to get a procedure down Mount Sinai. They want to put a wire at the bottom of his heart to stimulate the bottom of his heart, so he can live better. But he went to the doctor. Like I said, he went to the doctor, and they postponed it because his sugar was 400.
Wow.
I told him in the morning, you check your sugar, even if it's 100, you take your insulin because you're going to start eating. So you want to get the insulin in your body before the food gets digested, so your sugar level doesn't get up. But he don't understand that. He thinks if his sugar is low in the morning, he don't have to take the insulin until the nighttime. But in the meantime, he has breakfast, a little bit of lunch, and he gets the dinner, and then his sugar is close to 400. He doesn't listen. Only takes aspirin and sometimes Tylenol. Okay.
Listen, and he says use icy hot.
Yeah. Yeah, BioFreeze is good. I like BioFreeze.
My girlfriend used to use BioFreeze.
Yeah, BioFreeze is very good.
David says there's been many times we'll walk by a cookie and I say to myself, not today.
Yeah. They have a lot of calories and sugar.
And calories aside, it's bad for you. Yeah, I will need knee replacement next few years. They tell me I'll try to avoid it, losing weight and light exercise.
Yeah, the doctor told my mother-in-law, because she couldn't walk at the end of her life. She was here for almost 2 years. For every pound that you are, you're putting 5 pounds of pressure on your knees.
I thought it was more than that even.
So that's a lot. So yeah, losing weight. If you can avoid that surgery, some people have good luck with the surgery. Some people, don't.
Yeah, well, that's still 110 is not bad either.
No, 110 is good. 100. If your sugar's 140, they consider you borderline diabetic, which is a lot of bullshit. Because when you go to the doctor, if you ate something that has a little extra sugar and it reads a little bit past 140, oh, you're diabetic. You have to go on medicine. That's a lot of baloney, But you can consume sugar, but the trick is to burn it. You got to keep moving. You burn it.
Don't consume sugar. Sugar is not good for you. Period. Period.
Sugar could be fruit. Different. Robert P. eats grapes. Grapes are very healthy. Got antioxidants.
Natural fruit sugar is different.
That's what I mean. I don't mean
diabetics can't handle that either. Some diabetics.
It's tough. Don't get old. Don't get old. Stay young.
I won't.
You know that song, "Stay Young, Stay Pretty, Die Young." You know that.
Die Young, Stay Pretty by Blondie, one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah, I love that song.
Die young, stay pretty.
Yeah, Blondie. I love Deborah Harry.
Great song, great album.
Yeah, Eat to the Beat. Yeah, great bands. Yeah, so was the Pretenders. I love the Pretenders.
Yeah. I like the Pretenders as well.
Oh yeah, they wrote a lot of.
I really don't want this to stop. I think we're getting to the end of the line.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, sure.
I've been diabetic 25 years, but keep it under control with very little work. Just eat protein, veggies, and light fruit. There you go. It's good. That's good. Right. No bread, like Danny here loves his bread. You know, you can't tell him not to eat bread.
I cut down a lot on the bread.
Does Danny do karaoke?
Nah, I'd be too embarrassed to do that shit.
I want to hear you sing something. I forget. You did do that once before. I can't imagine you being able to carry a tune for nothing.
No, I can't carry a tune.
Oh, come on, sing something.
I gotta think of something. I'll get back to me later.
Yeah, it's millions of songs. We can't even think of one. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's right. That's what happens.
Do you know Ruby Tuesday?
Yeah, I love that song. I like Brian Jones in that song. He plays the flute.
Oh, Marcus. Yeah, Brian Jones talking about a guy that threw it all away, man. Unbelievable.
Some people say he got murdered.
I don't believe it.
We don't know. You know.
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. My wife is a vegan, so we eat a lot of her type of food. Only eat meat when I go out with a friend for lunch. It's helped. Hey, any way it works is good.
Stay away from that meat. Stop killing animals.
Nope, we're here to eat animals. Animals were put on this earth for us to eat.
Let them enjoy the pastures and stuff like that. Let them have some kind of a life.
Well, folks, I got to get going here. We're going to try to do this maybe again. I want to say thanks, everybody, first of all. And we may, I don't know, because it's so much fun. I'm thinking maybe twice a week, maybe Tuesday or something. We'll do, right? We did it last time.
What? It's going to go to 2 times a week and 3 times a week.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about 3. No, I can't. Well, the only reason I do it, I want to do it less is because it doesn't get too out of control. It doesn't get too boring.
There's only so much you could talk about. You know what I mean? If we wasn't on like that, I could